What's up, guys? Today I'll be doing a review of the Pro Mex 2.0 hook and loop training gloves, so stay tuned.
Uber up the styles like miles and shit, like 60s funky worms with waves and perms, just sending junky rhythms right.
Alright guys, so today I have these Pro Mex 16-ounce hook and loop training gloves. I'll give you guys a closer look of these. These are a title branded product and are pretty much a knockoff version of CLETO Reyes, although they're not a very good knockoff version. The only thing that's really similar is maybe just a little bit of the profile of the glove and then the actual logo. Outside of that, if you were to take the labels off this glove or the logo, and maybe just the color design of it, you wouldn't tell that this is actually a Reyes glove. But nonetheless, I mean, you get what you pay for. It's definitely cheaper than Reyes, a little bit more comfortable off the bat. Let's check out the weight on these gloves. So turn this on. They're definitely lighter than Reyes gloves at 16 ounces. Let's see how much this weighs. And these are 14.5, so 14 and a half. So they're about an ounce and a half lighter than their advertised weight. Again, not a huge deal, just something you guys want to see as far as weight goes. So on to the review. Hey, what's up guys, Carlo here, and today I'll be doing a review of the Pro Mex 2.0 hook and loop training gloves. As you can see, I got mine in the red color scheme, 16 ounces Velcro closure. Pro Mex also makes this anywhere from 12 to 18 ounces and multiple different colors, so you can pick between blue, yellow, black, white, silver, and red. So you definitely have a good variety of colors to choose from. Pro Mex is a title branded product. It is made in Pakistan, and it's basically a, their version, or should I say a knockoff version of a CLETO Reyes Pro training glove. But that's about where it ends as far as the logo goes and just kind of the font and the patch that they use. And a little bit of the profile of the glove. That's really the only similarities this glove has with CLETO Reyes. Other than that, to me, this is a completely different glove than Reyes, both in terms of construction, the kind of foam padding they use, and just the fit and the feel of the glove. So let's go over the 5 things. First is going to be the glove design. As you can see here, it has a medium profile to it, so it's not a huge glove. It's not super compact either. It's kind of right in the middle. It has a little bit more of a wider profile than the traditional CLETO Reyes glove, as well as a little bit more of a shorter cuff. You can see that it has the Pro Mex oval logo on the back, very similar to the Reyes. It says Pro Mex with the title T in the middle, Professional, Mexico. Again, this glove is made in Pakistan. It is not a Mexican-made product. You have the Pro Mex Professional stitched on embroidered patch on the back Velcro strap. And the big noticeable difference between this 2.0 version, and if you are a subscriber to my channel, you may have seen the review I did on the previous versions. That had a blue Velcro version about a year ago, maybe if not more than a year ago, was that they used a synthetic leather and it was just really poor quality. The overall fit and finish of the glove wasn't that good. So I believe Title probably got a bunch of complaints from people about those gloves and made a full leather version. These are definitely better than the previous model. They're definitely a step above that. But as far as comparing this to Reyes, there's really no comparison. The quality of Reyes is leaps and bounds higher than this. But there are definitely some redeeming qualities about these gloves aside from the quality of the glove itself. So again, show you that. You have a 3.5-inch Velcro strap. They do make this in a lace-up version as well as a bag glove. So Title makes a lace-up version just like this. They also have a bag glove version which uses the Velcro as well, but the strap is a different color and it comes with a metal D-ring and I believe the padding they use around the knuckle area is a little bit more protective for bag work, where these training gloves are meant to be for kind of all-around gym work. You can use these for sparring, use this for backwards, hitting the mitts, whatever drills you're going to be doing or whatever kind of training regiment you're in. You can use the training gloves pretty much for everything. It's meant to be a kind of a glove for everything in the gym. So again, 3.5-inch Velcro strap, full leather construction. You can see the palm side of the glove, nothing really much to it. Right here on the grip bar it says professional. You do have ventilated holes on the palm and thumb, so I do like the fact that they have that. You do have the inner white thumb that looks like Reyes as well as the white piping to offset or contrast the red color. And then on the back you can see that everything is stitched on the back right here at the hinge point. One other big difference between this and Reyes is that you can see it actually has a seam here that separates the thumb and the back of the glove, whereas Reyes is actually one piece. So Reyes doesn't have a seam along here on the glove. You do have an attached thumb, and then you have all the Velcro on the back. And then on the inside you have more of a microfiber satin liner, where Reyes uses more of a satin nylon liner. I feel that this liner on the Pro Mex is a little bit more comfortable, but it gets a little bit hotter than the Reyes liner. So you're kind of having a trade-off between comfort and just your hands getting a little bit hot. I don't really mind that. I mean, you know, when you're in the gym training, you're going to get hot and sweaty regardless. So that's just the overall design of the glove. The quality of the glove is right along there with the higher end title products. So if you guys are familiar with like the Fighting Sport Fury gloves, some of the title platinum products, right around that $100 to $120 range. That's where I'd say the quality of these gloves are. The leather is pretty good. It's not great. It's not poor. I mean, I've definitely seen worse leather. The leather is decent for what it is. Again, these gloves are made in Pakistan. It is definitely not a Mexican style leather. It doesn't have that thick, full grain feel to it. But nonetheless, it's pretty nice overall. I mean, you can see that the leather looks good. It has a decent sheen to it. It's not super shiny. Definitely not as shiny as Reyes. It's a little bit more matte than Reyes, but you do have some of the shine there. I'm trying to show you the leather there, and on the back of the glove, it uses a 3.5-inch Velcro, which is pretty nice. And then here on the palm side, you can see the stitching is okay. Some areas right here, especially on the thumb, you can see it's a little crooked, and you can start seeing it pull away at the leather a little bit. But on the Reyes glove, this is definitely more embedded, and they use a better stitching quality that really grabs into the leather itself. Another area I wanted to show you guys was actually right in here. I'm trying to get real close with it. You can see just the cut of the leather where it meets the thumb. Could be a little bit cleaner. You can see right there, there's almost like a piece of leather that's coming up. And again, it's just that seam could have been done a lot cleaner on this glove. And then the edge of it looks pretty good. Again, stitching could be a little bit tighter. The leather strap isn't bad. Looks really nice. Has a nice color to it. There's, you know, quality of it's pretty good as well. Piping around the collar or the cuff of the glove looks really good, as well as the stitching on the inside. Looks pretty solid. So overall, the quality, while not on the level of Reyes, is decent. The biggest issue I would say with these would just be over time, the durability, especially the stitching on this thumb, starting to fray or come loose, and then you have issues there. And then of course the leather is definitely not as durable as CLETO Reyes, but nonetheless, I mean, for what you're paying, you're basically paying half the price you would for a Reyes glove. You're kind of getting what you paid for. Now, comfort of the glove, I'd say is probably the one advantage this glove has over Reyes. Where Reyes has more of a broken in, you know, takes time to break in. These Pro Mex gloves, right when you put them on, they feel comfortable right off the bat. I feel that they use a softer memory foam on the inside with layered latex, where Reyes uses a full latex construction for their padding. Title uses kind of a blend, a multi-layer foam blend with the memory foam. So again, with a lot of Title products, the inner hand compartment really wraps around your hand. You feel like it's really soft, almost like a pillow. And then as you move up, you know, higher up to where the padding is on the striking surface, it's more dense. I would say that because of that, you get a little bit more comfort. The hand compartment Isn't too tight, it's not too loose. My thumb is in a nice position. So even though these are supposed to be kind of a knockoff of Reyes, you don't feel like you do have an awkward thumb that you typically get with a lot of Mexican-made gloves. I feel like my thumb is in a really nice position. And then the inside right here where the thumb is at, you can actually feel the leather. It almost feels like suede on the inside of the thumb. The grip bar is really nice and comfortable, and then they have a little extra strip of foam right here on the fingertips to give you a little bit more for you to grab onto to really curl your hand over and make a fist. So comfort-wise, I really like these gloves a lot. The padding on the wrist area for the support is about 1/4 inch on the inner palm, and then on the back of the hand, you have about almost 1/2 inch of EVA foam on the back of the wrist to give you a little bit more stability, so it has a little bit more of a rigid feel. Now, performance of these gloves, they perform really well. I would say that these are more of a protective glove rather than a puncher's glove. You definitely don't get the same crack that you would with a puncher's glove. You get more of a protective thud. So if you're using this for the bag and you really want something that gives you that real nice sharp crack on the bag, I didn't feel that these did it as well as some other gloves, but I was really able to really put my shots together really hard and really put in some power shots, and didn't feel that I had any discomfort on my knuckle or my wrist. So from a protection standpoint, I thought these did really well. From a feedback standpoint, they're okay, they're not the best. So if you're looking for something a little bit more protective on the protective end, then these would probably be better for that, more well suited for that as well. Again, comfort on the thumb and the fingertip area in the hand compartment felt really well. I use this for mitt work as well, and they did a really nice job. I just wish there was a little bit more crack to these gloves than they currently offer, and that's just the consistency of the foam that they use here that gives you that. And then lastly would be the cost. These gloves are $99, so $100, which is right about there with some of their other platinum products. I don't think they're worth that price, and the reason I say that is because Tidal usually does a minimum of 20% off. So you can usually get away, if you subscribe to the newsletter, you can usually get like 20% off, which brings these down to $80 plus plus shipping depending on where you live. So whenever it comes to Tidal products, you can usually get away with a discount code. But compare these to the Fighting Sport Furies. I think that the Fighting Sport gloves are superior than these and offer better feedback. So they're a little bit more balanced than these Pro Mex training gloves. And they're almost identical as far as size goes. So I like the Fighting Sport Furies more than I do these Pro Mex training gloves. Leather quality is about the same. They're both made in Pakistan. So as far as the quality of the leather, they're about the same. I did notice that the Fighting Sports the stitching was a little bit cleaner than these. Maybe it was just this batch that wasn't as clean. But you're paying $99 or $80, whatever your discount you get. Compare that to Reyes, where you're paying almost $200, $170 to $200. So with that, you're getting what you pay for. It just depends on your budget and what you're willing to spend your money on. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. I'll make sure to leave the link in the description box and where you can find these Pro Mex gloves. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.